We have been absolutely loving Sunbreak, and this one is about our top 5 switch axes. We've already done the dual blades, sword and shield, longsword and greatsword, so now it's time that the switch axe got some of the spotlight. Keep in mind this is not a list of definitive meta min-max weapons, this is a selection of some of the more powerful, extremely high elemental or raw, or just better looking or simply interesting to play ones. So make sure to drop a like or subscribe down below if you do enjoy this kind of content and want to support it, and of course comment what your favourite switch axes are and how you're enjoying them in Sunbreak. I'm Paradise Central, so let's start it off with the Oppressor's Torrent. This is the Zinogre switch axe, and it's a classic beast of a weapon. It has that iconic Zinogre weapon design, which I really like, but is also a fantastic thunder attack option that you definitely want to make, as many monsters are weak to thunder in the game, so it's going to be very useful overall. It has a very good 330 raw attack, which is very nice on the switch axe, and it has a nice amount of thunder attack at 45. Furthermore, it comes with a good amount of purple sharpness, which is excellent as well. It even has 2 level 1 decoration slots, which are perfect for slotting in things like elemental attack, which can effectively increase the 45 thunder of the weapon just in those slots alone. With the level 2 rampage decoration slot, you can also nicely fit in the anti-species rampage decorations for a tasty extra 5% raw damage bonus. Again, I love the Zinogre design, and this is a thunder attack option that also has a power file, making it absolutely ideal. With the power file, your amp attacks will really pack a punch, but in the base game they took ages to fill the amp gauge. But since we now have the new elemental burst counter move that instantly fills the amp gauge, and the 2-stage morph slash, where the second morph attack will boost your amp stage by a massive chunk, it's now easier than ever to build up those power files, so we really can take advantage of them. So this Zinogre weapon is all around really nice and is my go-to thunder attack option. But next up, let's talk about the Volcanic Switch. Not only is the name brilliant on this one, but it's going to be our fire attack option, as it's the new Magma Almudron weapon, which is a twist on the normal Almudron weapon being a water type. I always liked the look of the original Almudron weapon, so I had to pick this one. It has a good amount of raw at 320 and a massive 78 fire attack, which is huge. It only has a little bit of purple sharpness though, so handicraft or protective polish will be needed to get the most out of this weapon. But it also has a brilliant level 3 decoration slot, which is always good to have on a weapon, and a level 3 rampage decoration slot, which means we can make use of the elemental exploit or file switch boost decoration. But as it has such massive elemental damage, the elemental exploit decoration is probably the way to go on this one. It's worth noting this one has the elemental file on it, which is alright, but if you would prefer a power option, then the Rathalos switch axe is also excellent and looks really cool in sword mode too. Our next pick is the Vengeful Fellcleave. This is the scorned Magnamalo switch axe, and has a focus on high raw damage as well as good blast status built in. We will even have a full build focusing on this switch axe coming for you guys on the channel soon. It looks fantastic with the blue galaxy effect, so it's going to get extra fashion points from me on this one. It also has a whopping 340 raw, which is brilliant, as well as a good amount of purple sharpness on it. But the rapid hits of things like zero sum discharge may mean that you want to spec in things like speed sharpening, protective polish, or something like that to counter it. It of course has blast built in at a respectable 27. And as Blast has many ways to increase its build up through skills, you will be breaking monster parts like crazy with this weapon. On top of all of this, it has a level 3 and 2 decoration slot, which means you can slot in 2 high priority skills, which is an extra awesome bonus. It also has a level 2 rampage decoration slot, which is perfect for the anti-species rampage decorations, or as it's a blast weapon, the Teostra Soul decoration for even more blast damage ticks. It even has a power file on it, so that's another bonus that's going for it. So keep an eye on the channel, as our build video will be coming soon on this one. The next pick on this list is the Megatalon Shears. This is our water attack option and comes from Daimyo. It might not be the coolest looking switch axe, but it is an absolute beast. This one has very high raw for an elemental option at 340, as well as some purple sharpness, which is nice, but could be boosted further with handicraft or mitigated with things like protective polish. It has 36 water attack, which is good enough considering its high raw, but it also has a defense boost built in for 30, which is a nice bonus. On top of that, it's got amazing slots with 2 level 2s for slotting in your important skills, as well as a level 3 rampage decoration, which means you can add in the awesome file switch boost decoration. It's also a power file switch axe, which is brilliant and works really nice with the file switch boost rampage decoration mentioned before. If you can get over the way this one looks, then you'll definitely be outputting a lot of damage and making use of those monsters' water elemental weaknesses. And next up is the Royal Order's Axe Plus. I had to include this one because I love the style of the Royal Order weapons. I just think they look super cool and fit the expansion theme really well. But it's also a pretty cool switch axe to use. It has 310 raw, which is alright, but it has a bunch of purple sharpness that I really appreciate. However, as a royal weapon, it also has a nice 10% affinity baked in for that extra critical chance, as well as a 50 defense bonus. The slots are good on it too, with a level 2 and 1 decoration slot available, as well as a level 2 rampage decoration slot perfect for those anti-species decorations. But what makes this switch axe extra fun is the paralysis file. This means that once you get the amp state, which is now really easy with the elemental burst counter, you can start chopping or slashing away and getting those file status procs to trigger paralysis. This is a super fun alternative weapon choice that looks really cool, and your teammates will definitely appreciate the free paralyzed statuses that you are inflicting to help them get some damage out. It might not be the best of the best choice, but it's definitely a fun and usable option. If you want to recommend any switch axes, put them in the comments down below and let's learn together as a community. Of course, support the video by clicking like down below, it really does help out. And if you aren't already, subscribe for all the other videos that we make for you guys already on the channel. There are 2 videos on the screen now that we think you might like. If you do like the look of them, you can give them a click and watch them and then tell us what you think in the comments down below. But for now, the 2 videos are on screen if you do like the look of them.